loving yourself so much, you stop co-signing your fucking bullshit all the time.
Yes.
And your patterns and letting your protective patterns run the show.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason we're talking about this today is because it is an epidemic right now in our field.
Oh my God, yeah.
We are seeing a lot of this. We're seeing a lot of this right now. It's coming up a lot. We're seeing a lot of epic fucking humans who are, desperate for their breakthroughs. They know they're on the edge of something great. They are here to build a legacy. They are here to, break generational chains and to step into their power, their magic. They're just like that force to be reckoned with. Mm-hmm. And they are cutting themselves off at the knees when they're 2 feet from gold, and it keeps happening, and it is a fucking tragedy, and I'm pissed, and we're talking about it today because
we're back.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the podcast.
No one's letting you forget in the club. That is for fucking sure.
Are you in lots and lots of pain? How bad is the pain?
Fuck you fucking asshat. Have fun dancing in the floor.
Number one, why am I calling you? Number two, you ruined everything.
Oh, so good. Welcome. Back to another episode of nonsense, and who knows what's going to happen with the two of us.
Oh, I know what's happening today. You're in for a wake-up call.
Yeah, zing. I love it. And we just came off of a mini training where we both showed up wearing pink, and we were in sync with each other. We're in the pocket today. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're in like the self-love and pocket, and self-love doesn't mean, like you said earlier, bubble baths, and it can massages and facials, and like that's definitely part of it. Don't get me wrong, I love me a good fucking massage day, a spa day. Yeah. But self-love sometimes is also around calling yourself forward and calling yourself out. And
I'd argue that's actually what it is.
Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. It is. It's like loving yourself so much, you stop co-signing your fucking bullshit all the time.
Yes.
And your patterns and letting your protective patterns run the show. Mm-hmm. And the reason we're talking about this today is because it is an epidemic right now in our field.
Oh my God, yeah.
We are seeing a lot of this. We're seeing a lot of this right now. It's coming up a lot. We're seeing a lot of epic fucking humans who are, desperate for their breakthroughs. They know they're on the edge of something great. They are here to build a legacy. They are here to, break generational chains and to step into their power, their magic. They're just like that force to be reckoned with. Mm-hmm. And they are cutting themselves off at the knees when they're 2 feet from gold, and it keeps happening, and it is a fucking tragedy, and I'm pissed, and we're talking about it today because I know how hard that can be. I've been there so many times, but I have also made big bold moves when I've had the little breakthrough, the little insight, like when I've been in the overwhelm, I've been in the shit, I've been in the thick of things. But what happens, there's these moments that God, source, universe brings us in touch with the right person, place, or thing. It sort of opens up this little, micro, like, synchronicity or thing that happens, and you bump into somebody or you meet somebody, and your soul is like, dear fucking God, please take a step in the direction of this thing. Like, this thing is here to wake you up. This thing is the next step on your journey. And I see people like right there. They see it. They're about to take the leap. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm all in. And then fucking boom.
Crickets.
They vanished off the end of the earth. They go into overwhelm. They go into dysregulation. And again, like, oh, fuck, I know the pain of being there. But it's in those moments of clarity. It's in the moments of inspiration. It's in the moments where you feel the energetic surge in your body. And it's like that, like, clear. It's like the clearing after the fucking thunder shower. That is the moment you have to take action, and you have to, you just need to, in the moment, be like, fuck it. I'm ready to, I'm going to fuck around and find out. I'm going to do the thing, even if I'm scared, even if there's part of me who's like, it's not the time, I don't have the money, I don't have the X, Y, Z, whatever fucking excuse you want to insert in there. Those are the moments you have to say, what if I was a capable woman? What if I was somebody who could actually fucking do it? What if I trusted myself to be resourced enough to make it happen, to find the time, to find the money, to find the whatever the fuck I think I am lacking right now, to go and do that thing. Yes. Right? Because we have no idea how resourceful we are until we need to be, right? Like, we are fucking resourceful. There's like the part of us who's like, you know, I really want to change and transform, but then we're like, I don't have enough money. What do you think would happen if your like dog or your child got sick all of a sudden and you need to come up with fucking 10 grand? You better fucking believe you would.
Yep. Yep. When the fire is under your ass.
Yeah. When the fire is under your ass. And today we're the fire.
It reminds me, I don't know if you said this or if I heard someone else say it, but it was like, don't let a crackhead out hustle you. Like, because
I sent you that video. I sent you that video. I think
yeah.
Yeah, you're fucking reminding me and I don't remember what it was now.
Well, and like the premise is like, do you think a crackhead's going to sit there and just be like, oh, I don't have my next hit? No, they're out fucking hustling. They're out making whatever they need to make that day to get their next hit. Now, do we like condone like you going and doing hard drugs like that? No. But like it's the story still holds. Is like if you really, really want something and like you have to go and create it into form. Like you can't just sit back and be a passive little pillow princess and expect that your dream life is just going to drop in your lap. You actually have to take action towards creating that. And you have to be consistent with that action. You can't just do one action one day and then be like, that's good for the whole year. Like, no, you have to show up every day. And as women, that means like your consistency, we talked about this earlier today, but your consistency will look different than men, but you still have to show up every day. But what, you know, your 100% is each day will be different. And so again, you have to learn that. You have to attune to that system. If you're a woman, like you have to work within your parameters. And also like you can't just like set it and forget it and hope for the best. You have to take action. You have to like, and I love the imagery of the crackhead because I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be out hustled by a crackhead. And I have a lot of respect and reverence for the hustle in that regard. I'm like, yeah, like they know that that's what they actually need in order to sustain their experience of being alive. And you'll never hear me like making that wrong at all or like shaming or blaming someone for where they are in their journey. But they actually understand the code. And most people who are not crackheads seem to have forgotten that code. They don't remember that that's actually what they need to be doing, and like keeping their eye on the prize. And like, how do I show up for my dream life every fucking day, even if that dream life hasn't totally manifested yet? Or like, how do I show up for that dream relationship before it even arrives? Like, who do I have to be? Like, what do I have to create? What rooms do I need to put myself in so that I can stay in contact with the truth of who I am? Because like you said earlier on the training, like people go to sleep. And like if they are left to their own devices and like to their own conditioning, they're going to forget who the fuck they are really fast. They'll have the moment of clarity, like you said. And then they'll be like, yeah, I can take on the world. And like, this is my dream and this is my life. And like, this is what I'm creating. And then they go and have dinner with Aunt Sally and, you know, Grandma Jane. And like, all of a sudden they're fucking lulled back to sleep. Or sometimes it's even worse. Like you go home to your partner and your partner is the trap. Your partner is the thing that's like, go back to sleep. Your transformation is a threat to our life and our relationship. Do not pass go. Go to sleep. And like that's going to produce a certain result, and that result is not going to be great, unfortunately. Like we're not going to sit here and lie to you and be like, yeah, it'll be okay. Like, no, your life is going to be a dumpster fire if you do not create it intentionally. Like if you let it run on default, your default setting is not extraordinary. Your default setting is not abundance. Your default setting is not love. It's not opportunity. It's not expansion. It's the opposite of all of those things. So that's what you're going to get if you let your life run on default. And we don't love that for you because we know that there's a powerful fucking bitch inside of you. Like, who is here to shake shit up. Who is here to change the world through their presence, through their magic, through that, you know, je ne sais quoi thing, that it factor that is you and only you. And it doesn't matter if you're building a business or you want to build a family or a relationship, or if you're an artist, you're a creative in some way, shape, or form. You're literally here to create yourself alive. And the only one who can do that is you. And you don't do it by sitting on the sidelines, being on default mode, being like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, I can't take action, or like, la, 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 la. I'm not going to pay attention anymore. Like I can't do it. I can't do it. Well, if you keep telling yourself you can't do it, guess what? You'll be right every fucking time. Every time. Like, whatever you tell yourself will become true. So you may as well tell yourself a fucking empowering story that actually I can do it. And like, I think this is the difference between the people who like are really in alignment with the energy of the club and the ones who aren't. The ones who are really in alignment with the energy of the club, their view is like, okay, my reality might be XYZ right now, so like I can't necessarily join the club and have that be, let's say, within financial integrity for myself. However, I also see and know that I need to be there, so what am I going to do to make that a reality? Versus like the people who are like, I can't, and they're not tapping into their resourcefulness. And we're not saying like go take out a fucking loan. Like I know you have. And I also like, I want to be like,
no, I get that.
Like really honoring where someone is at, and like that might not be the move, or that might not actually be accessible to you. But like, could you frame your reality in a way like, okay, if that's not available to me, like how could I go and create this extra, you know, source of revenue? And you said it perfectly a couple of weeks ago, like maybe I need to become an Uber driver, like, or Uber Eats. Like there's so many things that you could do to generate money, to put yourself in the rooms, or to give yourself the experiences that you know that you need to be having in order to create yourself and that vision that you have for your life alive. Like it isn't just something that you sit there and dream of. And I think a lot of people do. Like they just like let their dreams be a fantasy and they never become reality. And I think that's fucking tragic. And I think that's why the world is such a colossal mess, is because so many people have abandoned themselves and abandoned their dreams. And if they were to claim their power and claim who they are and claim their right-sized life, like a lot of the issues that we see would naturally, literally dissolve, because like when you're playing at a higher level, like those things, they don't actually matter. And the way that we approach them is different. Like we are more solution-based. We are more expansive-based. So like we're actually creating a new structure that makes that problem obsolete. But like you can't be in that pocket of possibility and potentiality if you're sitting on the sidelines, you know, just twiddling your thumbs. I mean, like, I hope it changes for me, but I'm not going to do anything. Like,
preach. Well, it is. It's like, and I've been in all, the reason we're talking about this and can talk about it and joke about it and like be kind of, you know, add some humor, lace humor in, is because we have both been there.
Yes.
I have sat on the fucking sidelines of my life more times than I can count. And I had the energy of I hope and I wish, and if it's meant to be, it will feel 100% aligned and it will drop into my lap and I will manifest it like the law of attraction teachers say. And listen, I'm not saying I fucking love manifestation. I love teaching it. I do it more in an unconventional way. But sitting and being passive and, you know, so leaned back that it's like, it's almost avoidant. I mean, the funny thing is, it's actually it's actually avoidance, right?
Totally.
And, you know, I think it was in our money quarter in the club. I said something along the lines of like, I pray that you don't just have a quick win and you think of like, okay, well that was it. That was good. Like, you know, I was like, I don't really care about that for you. Like $5,000 in the bank, sure, that's cool, but it's nothing compared to what you can design and create if you fucking do the work to heal that, you know, that money blueprint, that internal, you know, nervous system imprint that says, I can't, this is my limit, this is my thermostat, I can't go higher than this. And I was like, we want you to become the woman who fucking knows in her bones that she shows up to life, she is available to life, and then what happens is you start opening yourself, you turn your Wi-Fi cranked on high, universe is dropping in ideas, inspiration, thoughts, synchronicities, happenstance meetings, because that is like, here is the fucking, here's the gold, you know, go take action on the gold. Then there's the new revenue stream. Then there's the money. So it's not about the universe just delivering. I mean, that can totally happen. They can drop into our doorstep. We can have crazy shit come out of the blue. I've had it happen. Same. But there's this energy of like, it's like a chess game where it's like there's something that it's not just you leaning back, just being like, help me. Universe, drop in. It's like you and the universe playing a game where each one of you, it's like your turn. So we have to, it can't just be this passivity. It can't just be this like, you know, if we want something, the universe is going to drop in an idea. It's going to drop in something to say, here's your pathway. Our job is to see it, to move past the fear, to move past the resistance, to move past our own conditioning that's blocking us from taking action from it. And then step on the path. And then the next piece is automatically delivered. I've seen it happen every fucking time. And the reason I'm so bold and I get really spicy with people when they're like, I can't, is because I have had the I can't. And I have had to move past that to claim the life I want and to move out of the version of me who was tiny and small and, you know, like wouldn't make a peep and didn't use my voice and had no idea who the fuck I was and was completely like a shell of a woman. I had to make those bold moves when I didn't have the money, when I didn't have, like it's not that I didn't have it, when I didn't know I had it or couldn't find it or didn't trust myself to access it or resource it. There's so many times I had to say, I don't really even fucking know how I'm going to do this, but let me find out how I can and let me go and do that and let me trust that I will be supported. You know, if everyone talks about this whole trust and have faith, like I did. The amount of times, like I had no money, I was like drowning in debt, and my soul was like, you need to do this coaching program. And I was like, I have no idea how I'm going to pay this. It's like a $17,000 coaching program. How would I do it? Yeah. Like none of this makes sense. And it was like, sign up and it will come. And I was like, oh my fucking God. No joke. I signed up. My health all of a sudden started increasing. I was having like panic attacks. I was having, my health was so poor because of my lack of like following what I knew in my soul I was meant to do. And when I started saying yes to the things with not really a clear path of exactly how I was going to be able to pay for them or how it was going to happen, I just kept saying yes and I kept moving forward. I kept being fucking surprised, delighted, and mind blown at how supported. And I have done that over and over and over again. And every time I have done that and I've been bold, I truly believe the universe favors the bold and the courageous. I was supported. I always had the resources. I always had the money. And not only did I just have enough, I had more than I needed. So it's like I've always been supported. So when I, you know, when you and I are kind of, you know, poking people a little bit and saying, what if you were capable? What would that version of you do? We're not doing it because we are trying to get you to blow out your nervous system, bypass, you know, the health of yourself. But what we are saying is, get curious about the patterns and the stories you're telling yourself. And like, we have to move past these. Your protector parts who have been through shit in your life, you know, and if you haven't processed them, the trauma, the things that you haven't, like the emotions you haven't dealt with, that shit just sits in your way. And it's just like a stagnant fucking pool. Think of water and energy. Like, we're energy. If energy stagnates, if water stagnates, what does it do? It pools and it turns into a fucking swamp. It gets gnarly. Fucking frogs are coming. There's all sorts of fucking gremlin creatures swimming around in there. Like, we want free flowing energy. We want our energy to be moving. We're creators. And so when we're not creating, when we're stuck in our patterns, when we're not moving forward in our life, like there's that quote, it's like we're either creating or we're dying. Like one of the two. Like, what are we doing with our one precious life? You know, we don't know how much time we have in the hourglass. We don't know whether we have, you know, just saying on the mini training. And if you didn't show up for the mini training, we can link it in here, and you can definitely come and you can purchase the replay of it. It was incredible. But like, we don't know how much time we have, and so if we looked, you know, if we were given 6 months to live, or if we were, it's like all of a sudden what do you think you're going to be doing? You're going to be fucking on fire. You're going to be doing the things you want to do. You're going to be crossing off that bucket list. You're going to fucking all of a sudden find all the ways to make it happen because there's a fire. There's something in front of you that's like giving you that timeline. So what would it be like if you lived your life on purpose? What would it be like if you actually said yes to things and trusted and were actually willing to trust and get over your little conditioning that says, I can't trust anybody because when I was 4, somebody didn't help me when I needed them. Like, I get it. You and I do that deep work with people where we help people actually alchemize those traumas and those patterns and those stories. But we have to be self-responsible, and we cannot sit and wait for somebody to the Prince Charming to come rescue us, and for us to somebody just take control of our lives for us and take control of our finances and take control of and like gift us power. It's like that is inside of us, dormant, waiting for somebody. And hopefully our voices today are the catalysts and the activators and the initiators to wake you the fuck up to who you are. But get off the fucking sidelines. Like, we're bored.
So bored.
We're bored of your shit. We're bored of our shit. Like, that's why Kelsey and I are, again, we're constantly challenging ourselves. Do you think we wake up every day being like, let's like put ourselves out there. We could potentially be rejected. We could potentially have trolls fucking hate us. We could potentially, get ripped on. You guys are stupid. You're saying the wrong things. You don't know what you're talking about. I mean, we could, like.
I mean, that does happen.
Totally. And like,
it happens to me all the time.
I mean, like, I get projected, same thing. I get projected on. I have people saying, like, I can't stand, I've heard literally, like, the amount of times I've had people, I hear through the grapevine, like, oh yeah, that person said they just can't stand you. They can't, like, hear the sound of your voice. They fucking are so annoyed by you. And then I'm like, it still hurts, obviously. Like, it hurts to a degree. I'm not fucking Teflon. But I also know it's not about me. And I know that me living, a more expressed, a more authentic life, that's going to piss people off and they're not going to like it. And that's okay. And that's more about them than it is about me. But then guess what? Fucking months later, they turn around, they'll be the one signing up for the program or the coaching or the club, right? It's because when people piss us off and they annoy us, it's like there's something, that we're activating in them. Yeah. And so our hope today is if you're getting a little triggered by us being like, well, you don't know my story. Hallelujah. We hope we're helping you.
Gumdrops.
Goody gum. Yeah, totally. We're willing to be the villain if it means that you're going to step into your expansion. I have no problem being the villain in your story if it gets your fucking ass moving and you self-actualize and you become the best version of yourself possible. I have no problem being that.
Totally. And I think you point to like a really important distinction is like you will never be fully expressed in your power until you make peace with the fact that you will be the villain in some people's story.
Oh, yeah.
So many people are like living their life in a way to prevent being the bad guy. They never want to be the bad guy.
Totally.
And so they actually never authentically claim what is true for them. They won't say what they feel. They won't say what they want. If like, let's say someone doesn't like you, but like they don't want to be the bad guy, they might like drag out a fucking relationship with you until it gets so bad that you end it and they don't have to be the bad guy because they're so afraid of being the villain, which means that person is not in their power and that person might be you. I definitely have been initiated in being the fucking villain. I think, being an entrepreneur, like that's one of the golden initiations that we go through. And, being online and being visible, like I am the villain all the time. People say the most fucked up shit on my stuff and like in my DMs. And I'm like, who hurt you? Jesus. But also like, it's not about me like having thick skin.
Sure.
Because I don't agree with that. Like I want to be like malleable and I want to be dynamic and have range and be able to move and like be with whatever comes my way. Like thick skin is like a very tight, closed off, guarded energy.
Yeah. But
what really works better for me is like embracing the villain. And I'm like, fine. I guess in your story, I'm the villain. Great. Let me crank it. Like, you want to play this game? You want to play this out? Cool. I will. And there's an empowerment in that. Like, when I own that role, I'm not going to be an asshole unless, like, they're really out of line. Then I will 100% bring the fucking fire. But, like, if they're going to put me in that position of being the villain, I'm not going to let that old conditioning of like, no, I need to be good, to come in. Instead, I'll be like, yeah, let me be bad. Like, that's how you're going to see me anyway. So cool. I'm going to embrace it. Let me try it on. Like, let me play that role. And like, how can I do it in a way that is in service to your expansion, my expansion, the greater good of what I'm up to. But like, if I don't fight it, then I stay in my power. And if I can embrace it and be like, yep, I'm the villain in your story. Cool. Like, I don't have to waste all of my creative energy trying to uphold this good girl persona. Instead, I'm like, I'm a bad bitch. And sometimes a bad bitch is a villain. And that's fine. Like, if that's how you need to see me, if that's what you need for yourself and your journey, cool. I'm going to let you have it, bro. I'm going to let you have it. And I'm going to keep creating over here. It's actually not going to stop me. And this is what we mean. Like, can you continue to take action in alignment with the vision that you have? Or do you get stopped by things like that, whether they happen in real life or you're just perceiving the fact that could happen down the line? And so you stop yourself, like, not even 2 feet before gold, but like 20 feet before gold. Like, you won't even let yourself go out on the gold expedition. Because you're like, man, one day someone might not like me. Well, here's the thing. A lot of people aren't going to like you. That's just the facts. A lot of people are not going to like you. Some might even hate you. Some may project all of their shit onto you. But like Christine said, like, if you know that that's not about you, and like, if you know that you're acting in integrity with your soul, it doesn't hit you the same way as when you're out of integrity with your soul and someone projects onto you. That'll take you the fuck out. Because on some level, you know that you are not playing the game that you are here to play. And so, like, those moments, they will take you out, and they take you out to take you to the bottom so that you can remember who the fuck you are. And like, it'll apply more and more compression, more and more shit, until you're like, oh, fuck this shit. Like, I'm so fucking sick of this shit. And like, going back to the beginning here today of like, I'm not going to get out hustled by a crackhead. Like, I'm so sick of my own shit. Like, look at, like, I can't co-sign that within myself anymore. And so I'm willing to make a different move. I'm willing to show up for myself and my life and what I'm here to create, and like, fucking own it.
I think this is the title of our podcast today. I can't get out hustled by a crackhead.
Yes.
And listen, guys, we're not. I have been thrown into the realms of addiction and what that looks like. And, you know, Kelsey and I actually, not funny enough, but like, we have both had a lot of partners with a lot of addictions. So we're not sitting here being like, we don't know anything about that world and we're just totally fucking stupid and oblivious to it. We've actually both done deep, like, trauma-informed, like, work around addiction, we've both been, you know, partners of addicts and all sorts of different things pretty much my whole life. So we're not
in touch with our own addictions too.
100%. We're not throwing shade. Everyone's addicted to something. But it's just, we're bringing light and we're bringing humor to the fact that, like, you know, and the analogy of, like, you know, let's step it up a little bit. Let's actually see what we're capable of. And, you know, something that Kelsey and I are really, you know, I think right now, you and I are even getting clearer, because through the contrast of experiencing people and, you know, things that aren't in alignment, where we're really realizing, like, oh shit, we're creating this brand, like, we're creating Club Unhinged alive, and we're creating every, like, offshoot from the club with a certain frequency. And I think the more we get into that, like, knowing ourselves, which again is helpful through people not being in their power. Like, you and I have both been self-leaders, we've both been self-responsible, we're both willing to look at all parts of ourselves, our shadow, our light, like, all of that duality. And so we've gotten it's actually helped us get really crystal clear about the woman that we're speaking to, right? I think that's been really beautiful. In fact, we're super excited, but we just redefined and reimagined our private podcast feed. So for a while, we were doing something called the Daily Coaching Club, and it started off, again, great intention, just sort of more of like a general offer that so many people can relate to, and it was really helpful. We got amazing feedback from it, but we were just like, you know what, this needs an overhaul, and we also need to speak a little more, I think, authoritatively to people. We need to actually remind them, because it's in that more sure like energy that we're in, the more that they also can be in that. We're going to transfer that frequency to them. And so we've actually redefined it. We've renamed it. So our private podcast feed is now called Panther. And like even the energy of a panther, when you think about a panther, it's powerful. It's big cat energy. It's got that, but it's not performative. It's not, I need to show about my power. I need to, look everyone, look at my power. It is like content and grounded and anchored, and it's like, it's not showy. It's just like something catches its eye though. There's that
locked in.
It's locked in, and it's methodical, and it's like ooh, and it is intentional, powerful, distilled, and then I mean that fucking thing can go in for the kill. It knows its power, and so that's and that's also the representation of the club, right? When we think about the woman we want in there. So we've reimagined it, we've redefined it, and it is now distinctly for the change makers, the powerhouse women, the ones who are here to do epic shit and build iconic brands and leave legacies, and to be the cycle breakers in their families and their lineages, and the ones who really are here to create big, bold, epic shit. And what this is your reminder. So Monday to Friday, you're gonna have a mini audio that's dropped, coaching into your inbox. And so the intention is to be your reminder, because like we've been talking about all day today, we fall asleep at the wheel. It's the way our subconscious is designed. It is designed to keep us safe, alive, and connected to family of origin. It doesn't care about our abundance. It doesn't care about us thriving. It doesn't care about us, having these big, bold lives. It doesn't give a fuck about that. So this is us reminding you. It's like the permission slip. It's the you can fucking do this. It's let me be in your ear, calling you up in the morning to say, you've got this, keep going. And here's that energy surge. Here's that little injection, because when we're on the path to creating that, there's so many times we fall asleep. There's so many times we doubt ourselves, we question ourselves, we critique ourselves. And, we want to ensure you are moving forward in your life, and you are designing and creating that life alive, that business alive, making more money, having more fun, being more playful, being more relaxed, having just everything you want and more. And so Panther is designed to be that like injection, daily injection, to help remind you. And so like 3 weeks out of the month, you're getting that delivered straight to your inbox every single day, which is so much value. Monday to Friday. And weekends are designed to let you take time off. Now, with that being said, if you're like an eager beaver, you want to learn more, we have hundreds of episodes that we have already recorded that are already in the bank for you to tap into if you'd like. And then on top of that, the last week of the month, you're getting a super powerful masterclass delivered straight to your audio as well. So again, you can throw in your favorite, Apple or Spotify or whatever your favorite podcast platform is, and you're going to get a really juicy like long form masterclass workshop that we've done. And these are so fucking valuable. And again, it's like one more way for you to learn, to go deeper. So you're surrounded by so much value, and you get to stay plugged in to your magic, to what you're designing and building, because that's what we want for you. Like we really, really need you to be in your power, taking action daily. And this is the way to do it, right? Like we're designing what we needed. Like along the journey, like sometimes you can't afford a private coach. You can't, afford to be in something that's, or, again, in the moment right now, it's like, well, that might not feel like the right move for me, but I really want to stay consistent, and I really want to continue to take action, and I really want to overcome imposter syndrome, or my fear of rejection, or my fear of visibility, or whatever the thing is for you. And so this is the way to stay plugged in, to ensure that you are moving towards the things you want, the manifestations you want, the goals you have, whatever it is you're dreaming and visioning right now. This is like your surefire way to stay plugged in. And the best part is that the very first 10 spots, so first 10 spots that are claimed, you're locking in at a $47 rate. After that, it's going to $77 a month. I mean, it's still fucking stupidly insane value. But if this is calling you right now, I highly, highly, highly recommend you get over to the show notes. You lock it in, and you get one of those founding members rates. And you're going to have us in your ear. And the beautiful thing is Kelsey and I go back and forth. So you're getting two master coaches in your ear, you're getting two perspectives, you're getting two different energies. And that again is so much value as well. Like you're getting so much wisdom and so many things. And this is for you, and to ensure your creation, you're moving forward, because there's nothing more painful than sitting around, you know, and in your patterns, in your fear of, you know, moving forward, or fear of the unknown, and feeling like you're alone or drowning. This is like the way to keep your butt moving and to ensure you're taking action and being accountable to yourself. So
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah. We love that. And so if you are feeling the vibe just like we are, and you're like, fuck, I want to claim my jungle cat energy, like, let me in to that offer, head to the show notes. It's right there. Click it, sign up, and you will be sent the link to set it all up with your private podcast feed. And so, yeah, it connects with your Spotify or your Apple. I think it even can connect with YouTube as well.
There's so many. There's so many platforms
that you can choose from, and it's literally like 5 minutes to set it up, and then it's literally delivered to that platform every single day. So
easy peasy.
Super easy. And that's it for us today. We we said a lot. We said a lot, and we know that if you stuck around this long, that you are in that big cat energy. You are in the frequency of the club. Like, you are actually designed for something so much greater than maybe you were told that you were, or that you thought you ever could be. And so we want to make sure that you stay in the pocket and you really actualize and realize that full scope of your potentiality and the magic that you are here to bring into the world. So with that, we will end it there. If you loved this episode, also subscribe, like it, leave us a review, but only a 5-star one, because we only like those. Yes. And thank you for being here. We love you so much, and we will be back next week with something else. Here we go.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. All in all, we want to say thank you for being here. We love and appreciate you so much. And if you liked today, give us a 5-star rating, and we'll see you next week.
And share it. If you know somebody who needs this in their life, share this shit. Abundance goes round and round. We love you.
We love you. Bye.